Hello everyone. I'm going to actually share some really good stuff about real estate with you guys today. But before I do that, I just wanted to share with everyone that the biggest fair on earth is coming to Calgary. Obviously, that is our Stampede here. And I hope that you guys get a chance to enjoy it. It is something that brings all Calgarians together, and it is something that everybody is always looking forward to. That's something that brings joy and our city together here. Obviously, we're expecting more than 1 million people, so it's gonna be fun. But at the same time, I request to everybody that please be responsible as well. Okay, have fun, but be responsible as well. So now let's talk about Calgary's real estate market. There are a couple of things that I wanted to share with you guys today, and one of them is actually that young Canadians are struggling with mortgage payments, and I'm going to share that with you later. But before I do that, recently CRIB has actually updated their forecast for Calgary for 2025. They had to obviously reduce the numbers because market has been shifting quite significantly, and that it is impacting in quite a few different ways that are obviously going to affect the real estate market as well. So now, first of all, we know our city has been growing, and the growth is still expected in 2025. We're expecting that our city will grow by about 3.1% in 2025, which was actually about 5.6% in 2024. So city is still going to be like the population growth is still going to be about 3.1%. So it's going to be growing. It's not people will be moving here, and most of them are the international migration, but we're expecting a lot of people from Ontario and BC to still move here. The other thing that has been obviously updated is the unemployment numbers. You know, unemployment last year was about at 7.6%, but this year it is expected to be around 7.8%. And obviously, one more thing that you need to keep in mind, while we're always talking about unemployment numbers, employment growth, which is also important, which basically tells you how many more new jobs will be created in the Calgary, that will still be in positive at 2.3%, which was 4.4% in 2024. And obviously, those things are going to make a difference in our city, and we are expecting the growth, and obviously some companies are coming here. But keep in mind, because inventory is rising right now, that also means that prices are getting adjusted. So it is a very good news for buyers, for those buyers who were basically sidelined because of the interest rates and because of the prices in Calgary. So those guys will have a really good opportunity to buy properties now, because those are going to be more affordable. So prices are expected to be coming down. So there are two different charts that here we are sharing with you guys. One of them actually is basically going to show you the sales growth. Obviously, you can see that detached homes obviously are the biggest number in there. The second thing is the semi-detached homes, then the row houses, and then the apartment sector. And you can also see that price is coming down, and it is slightly above 0%. That means that price growth in Calgary is not going to be the same as before, but it is slightly above 0%. So that is going to definitely make a difference and make life a lot more easier for a lot of people. Now, the second chart that you can see right here is showing actually basically the price growth in different categories. As you can see, detached homes and semi-detached are expected still to grow in price, where apartment and the row houses, townhomes, are not actually, they are going to be in negative territory, and that is what is expected in Calgary for 2025. So keep those things in mind. Market is still active, obviously. Properties are still selling, not at the same rate. The condominium sector is getting affected a lot more just because there's so much new inventory that's coming into the market. Now, the second thing I just wanted to share with you guys is actually about young Canadians struggling with mortgage payments. That's very significant. And actually, when it comes to people struggling with mortgage payments, it's just not young Canadians, but they are right now when it comes to all the numbers, young Canadians are struggling 7 times more than older Canadians. There are different reasons. We know that COVID contributed to a lot of stuff and got us off balance, and because of that, interest rates were brought down so the economy can keep going, but that also created inflation. All of a sudden prices shot up. A lot of people couldn't adjust to the interest rate hikes that happened after that, and that was basically a shock for a lot of people. Basically a lot more problem with their financials, trying to make ends meet and trying to make sure all the payments are done. And now we're seeing that it is basically across the board that people are struggling, but just because more older Canadians have money, they have more resources, they have equity in their homes, they're still actually trying to keep up with that pace, where young Canadians, where they don't have those resources, are actually struggling. And that is going to definitely make a huge effect on the market in the near future as well. But this is where it is very important. Please guys, keep this in mind. When you're working with the agent, you need to understand that your agent understands your needs and wants. Not like, we all want really good stuff, really high-end stuff, but does it fit your budget? So you want to always make sure that you work with somebody who can really guide you through the whole process, and make sure that you don't run into any problems when it comes to times like this. So it's always important that you work with somebody who can really guide you through the whole process. So now let's get to numbers in Calgary. Market is still active, as I mentioned before. So there were 865 new listings that came into the market in last 1 week. 95 of them, those ones were back onto the market. 715 saw a price decrease. That is again significant number. 17 properties saw a price increase. 524 properties were pending. 568 properties got sold. So inventory is still rising, but sales are still happening on those properties that are priced right. 77 properties expired, 11 properties were withdrawn, 287 properties were terminated. Now, when I say, and I keep repeating it to in all our videos, that whenever you're working with the agent, make sure they can guide you through the whole process. It's not about sales. Keep this in mind. This is your life. Basically, if you take a wrong step, it is going to affect your life for the, obviously not just your life, your family's life, your kids' life, because every time you're making more payments, you're stretching yourself, it gets really, really tough. So work with those agents who can really guide you through the whole process. If you guys have any question, please give me a call at 403-689-2345. Thank you.